Hello everybody, welcome back to the BSGL. We have some Week 4 highlights coming your way as we kick off the week with the Cincinnati Bulldogs up against the Washington White Whales. This is the first time we've seen the White Whales. They start off getting an inside bucket. The big man scores off the pass from Mason Boyd. Now, here's the Bulldogs. Here's Chuck Armstrong nailing an early three as he's getting going quite quickly. He is a deadly shooter, as we all know. As here's Mason getting swatted by Trent Beretta, which will lead to Armstrong going the other way as he goes to Massenberg, who nails the mid-range jumper. Now on the next on the next White Whales possession, how about this dunk? As Beretta got him the first time, as Boyd comes back and gets him on the N1 dunk as he hits the free throw. Now here are the White Whales on the break yet again, down 4 already, but here's Boyd going at the hoop as he throws it down with the left hand in the face of the defender. What a slam there. This team is now down 2. Now later in the second, or into the second quarter, here's the Bulldogs. Just look at this slam. He puts the man on the deck and then throws it down with 2 hands. And there's another slam by the White Whales as Jalen Suggs makes it a 6-point game, and these two teams are going tit for tat with dunks here early. Next Bulldogs possession, here's Armstrong dancing around, spin moves, just trying to find something. He just fires up a 3 and nails it. Chuck Armstrong showing that elite shooting ability, just pulling a 3 out of nowhere and nailing it. Just how about the pass inside from Boyd? Is now a 7-point game. Next Bulldogs possession, here's a steal. Wood going back the other way, he's going right at the hoop with another lefty slam. His team is now down 5, now down 7 with a minute 50 to go in the second. Here's Armstrong again, just pulling up on the break. He's got 3 threes here in the first half. Here's Chuck again, his team already up 8, make it 10. As Armstrong nails the mid-range, now into the second half. Here's Boyd on the break again, going right at Armstrong. As down goes Armstrong into the line, Boyd will go to try and make it a 3-point game. What a slam there from Boyd. He's putting the team on his back here early in the second half. There's a nice up-court pass there from his teammate as he goes up strong with the right hand. As you see the free throw and he nails it. So now a 3-point game. Here's Beretta. About this little hop-step fader as he's getting at the ball, back to a 5-point lead. Now the Bulldogs again. There's an inside shot and no good, but the offensive rebound is going to get whipped back out to Boyd, who nails the 3. The first 3 of the night for Boyd. Now a tie game. Here's Chuck Armstrong pulling up in the mid-range. He's got another one to fall. So the Stars going bucket for bucket here in the third. How about the pass inside to Beretta? He's throwing it down as the Bulldogs lead by 6 and the White Whales call timeout. Now here's Boyd going right at the big man for the Bulldogs. Mason Boyd goes up with the left hand again, putting more men on posters. As here's Armstrong. Let's look at this find as he finds Beretta, who's streaking towards the hoop as they now lead by 8. As we see another big-time slam from Boyd. Just cutting it back down to 6. He's been their only source of offense today as he goes up with the reverse. And now in the third, still a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. They got nothing doing. Shot clock winding down. Armstrong's just going to have to fire. And he hit an absolutely smothered 3 at the top of the key as the Bulldogs lead by 9. And here's Boyd going at the hoop again. Let's look at this acrobatic layup. He goes up and under. As he's got 9 less points than the rest of his team as Chuck Armstrong nails yet another mid-range shot. He might be the best shooter in the league. How about this slam from the White Whales? As now the third quarter's winding down. 2 seconds on the clock, so he's just going to have to fire from deep, and he hits the deep 3. How about that 3 from the backup point guard for the Bulldogs, showing that their whole team can do it. So here's Jolly Harper finding Massenberg on an oop. As this game is getting out of reach fast, 6 minutes to go, and still a 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. So now here's the Bulldogs back on offense. As we just see Jolly Harper fire up a 3, and that's good, and it is now a 15-point game, now back down to 13, with just 2 minutes to go as we see Boyd just putting on a little bit of a show here in Cincinnati. But that will pretty much be all she wrote in this game. We have less than a minute left. The Bulldogs up 9. We see Armstrong just putting in one last shot as they take this one by 9. A nice home win for the Bulldogs early in the season, as we got to see our first look at the Washington White Whales. And now we check out the box score in the game. Chuck Armstrong with a 35-point performance on 50% shooting, 7 of 7 from beyond the arc. A very nice game for him, as Trent Beretta gets a triple-double with blocks. We see M. Boyd with a 43-point performance. Then we go to the next game. Akibano Xiang had a nice double-double as his team gets the W. And then we see Xander Myers, the not-so-great game as he scores less than 10. And Alan Smith had a 17-point game as they take an L to the Pandas behind Midas Khan's 19 points. Moving into our second game of the week, we have Wade Cage's Denver Goblins going up against Ryan Williams' Sacramento Sting. In Sacramento, as the Goblins start with the ball. So here we are with a 2-point Goblins lead. Here's Williams as a post mismatch, and he's going to get his first bucket on the game. Now still in a 2-2 game. Here's the Goblins. Here's Quang. Going right at the rim, and Ryan Williams says no. Ryan Williams with the rejection. As the Sting come back the other way, and their point guard's getting rejected. So lots of blocks here early as we see Williams get wide open off the inbound, and he's got 2 more easy points. And here's William again throwing the lob to his big man, and he'll just tip it in as the Goblins call timeout. There's Wade Cage for 3, and he gets it to fall, but they're just going to count it as a 2. He must have had a toe on the line. Here's Jamison finding Quang at the top of the key, and he's going to nail the 3. As the Goblins have got some outside shooting to fall here early. As this one from Fisher is good as well. So lots of jumpers falling early for the Goblins. Here's the Sting back on offense late in the first quarter. As a look at this slam by Lou Clark. Had to wait for his name to pop up there as he goes up. Slams it all over the backup big man for the Goblins. There's now a 2-point Goblins lead. Got to do something here at the end of the quarter. Here's Carson. He fires a nice mid-range shot and gets it to fall. So a tie game at the end of the first. Pardon me. Here comes the Sting. The other way is that's Tavion Kinsey. He gets a nice slam. Now the Sting back up 4. Here's Kinsey again. She's going to throw the lob. How about that play? As Sean Villa catches the lob from Kinsey. And a huge slam there to put the Sting now up 8. Here's Quang for 3 again. Can't get the ball, but look at Wade Cage on the putback. He elevated for that one over Williams and got it to go. And here's a lob. As he just got an inside step on Williams there, and he gets the lob thrown to him for another easy 2 points for Cage. As here's Williams showing off the athletic ability. As he went right around the smaller man in the post, then dunked on Jameson inside with a reverse. As here's Whitney. He finds Quang inside, and Quang, look at him elevating for the jam. Or Kiang, I don't know what his name is. I'm just going to keep calling him Kiang. And here's Williams finding Quigley. Back inside to Williams, who's going to tomahawk jam it with both hands. Back and forth, these two teams go into the third. Here's Cage. He's going to pull a mid-range jumper. It's good. So his team back up 1. Next possession for the Sting. Here's Williams on the inside. Just a mismatch for him as he scores on the little hook shot. Back up 1. Now Sacramento down 6 as here's Williams going right at the hoop again as he gets a layup to fall. And then on their next possession, Williams again. Just scoring at will on the acrobatic layup. 6-point lead here for Denver. Ronald is found wide open for 3 and he gets it to fall, so it's back to a 3-point Denver lead. Into the fourth we go as here's a midi. And it's not going to fall, and Lyons gets the board and slams it down with one hand. Now a 1-point Denver lead. Here's Cage. Mid-range jumper is good. So back to a 3-point lead. Tit for tat. Here's Jameson. Can't find much. Has to go to Cage. Cage driving. Pulls up a little floater. Can't get it to fall, but he's right there to put it in himself. His team is now up 5, now just 4 late in the fourth. About half the quarter left to go. Here's Roach. Finds himself wide open, and he nails the 3 to put his team down 1. As here come the Sting. Now up 1. Less than 2 minutes to go as here's Williams, who's going to get fouled. Can't get it to fall, though. First free throw is good. Second free throw, good. 3-point lead. Now just a 1-point lead for the Sting. It's Denver's ball, but Wade Cage turns it over. Williams has got it as he's going right at the hoop. And he finds the Lions in transition for a layup. Now it is a 1-point Sting lead. Was 3, but the Goblins get a bucket as here's Williams inside. Too easy against Klang. He's got to have a bigger man guarding him. Goblins have to have a stop here to have a chance. Here's Lions to Quigley, and Williams got wide open on the inside, and he's going to score. And that will be all she wrote in this one, as we just see Klang fire up a 3 for no reason and nail it. So he pads his stats a little bit there. But it will be a 4-point lead, or 4-point win for the Sting as they defeat the Denver Goblins at home on a very nice effort there from Brian Williams. We head into the box score. As we see we got to first check out Memphis and Oklahoma City. So we see Lu Fong have a nice double-double. His team picks up yet another win. They have been very hot here in the early season. And then we see Heinsohn with an 18-point game, 18-point game. He didn't really have his best night. It's Williams with a 49-point game, and then Wade Cage with a 27 and 15 rebounds. So not bad from either of their stars, but there can only be one winner. So now we throw it out to Charlotte as the 2-0 Cougars take on the Buzz and DeAndre Johnson. So let's see what we've got here. Akibano Shang, the undersized center who is very, very strong as he loses the opening tip. It's already a 2-0 lead for Utah. Here's Bonahan hitting a quick jumper in transition as he nailed it. Now a 6-0 lead. The Buzz are jumping on him early. They find, I don't know who that is inside, but Shang gets up with a board and he's going to put it in. So some second chance points there for the big man. It's now 6-2. Here's Johnson with an inside shovel pass to Willingham as he gets a two-handed slam. Now the Buzz back on offense. How about this steal from Shang? And Willingham wants no part of it as he does not decide to get in the way. And Shang slams it in transition. Now a 10-4 game. Cougars back on offense. How about this and one from the little man? As Ming heads to the line and hits the free throw. Now just a 1-point Buzz lead. Very little time left in the quarter. How about Cambridge? Just to throw up a prayer. As the Buzz lead now by 9. And how about this slam? Two-handed off the spin from Carvaccio. As he throws this one down to try to get a little life into this Cougars team, but they're still down 11. Let's look at this block. Now the Cougars back on offense. Shane getting double teamed. It does not matter as he lays it in to put his club down 10. Now they're down 13. Here's Johnson on the inside, and he's going to get an and-one. They'll make it a 15-point game. He would miss the free throw, but they still get 2 more points after that. It's now a 17-point game. And that pass gets tipped, but it ends up in a slam for the Buzz. Back to a 13-point game. Here's Johnson going at the hoop, and he gets another one to fall as the Buzz are all over the Cougars early. As Shang forces the miss, but Johnson's right there to grab his own miss and put it back in. 17-point lead, make it 19. As there's Johnson again with the slam. As here's Shang going up. Can't get it to fall. Own rebound, two-handed flush. A nice play there from Shang. But his team is struggling here in the third, down 17, back to 19 off the slam from Bohannon. Here's Shane again in the post, just trying to will his team back into this one, but I don't think this is going to happen as he catches the lob to put him down 17. But this is looking like just a little too late, as they're still down 17, and Johnson is still scoring at will as they're back up 19. And they're going back to Shang. He's going to score in the post again, and he gets an and-one on the acrobatic layup and hits his free throw. Ooh, I'm going to cough today. As here's Johnston dunking on Shang, as it is now a 22-point lead nearing the end of the third. But Shang gets wide open underneath the hoop as he slams one down to make it a 20-point game. But the Buzz have been all over the Cougars as they could not get anything to fall. Now we're just seeing the scrub squad come in for the Cougars. How about this slam on the inside from Levens? He's just trying to make the most of his couple minutes here at the end, but it is still now a 27-point lead for the Buzz. The Cougars just let it get real out of hand in the fourth, and that is all she wrote for that one. I just sim the rest of that game as we see Shang drop a 40-point game with 24 rebounds. The next highest was just 12. Now moving it on over to the Buzz. That was just a quick little look at that. I didn't really get to see it. Must not have edited that very well. But here's Williams. The next night as they get another win up against the Will Trust and the Enforcers. Will Trust only put up 14, and Brian Williams led his team to yet another W. So 2 wins this week so far for the Sting on some nice performances from Williams. Now going to the next game. The Legends win again as Reggie George has been absolutely torching the competition, putting up 31 and 20. As Kevin Ball for the other team had a 31-point game himself but could not pick up the W against the Legends. Moving into our next game, we have the Miami Flamingos and the Minneapolis Wolfpack in Minneapolis in the Fiserv Forum. Or it's Milwaukee, not Minneapolis, I'm sorry. Here's Miami on the first possession. Achille Antonov. He scores inside on the slam. Antonov here with a putback. He's got 4 early points. See on the screen from Smith, we've got a guy going to the hole. And how about this slam? It's now 5-9 Milwaukee. And there's a 3 from Miami. I think that's Cauley Stein in the corner as he nails it. Now a 5-point lead. Make it 3. How about that shot from Achille, the one-handed fader looking like Boban. There's a slam in transition from the Wolfpack as Achille is found as he gets behind his man on the offensive end. And here's the lob to Cauley Stein as we are flying through these highlights. There's now a 1-point lead for Milwaukee. Here's Allen Smith getting the double clutch slam. He goes up and slams it with both hands. 3-point lead, make it 1 as Achille just goes right to work on the inside. Now a 4-point lead for the Flamingos in the third. Here's Smith spinning around his man and going up and finding another bucket. I was definitely struggling to score with him as we see Achille get yet another slam. Now an 8-point lead for the Flamingos. They ran away with it here in the second and third quarters. They now lead by 9. As there's a 3 going up, and Achilles got yet another rebound in the face of 2 of the Wolfpack. And then now they've got an 11-point lead. Here's the Wolfpack again as Cauley Stein slams it. And they've got a 13-point lead. Later in the third. Flamingos again. Here's Achille, and you know that's going in on the inside. He's just too big. 14-point lead. Can't get any offense. There's another lob to Cauley Stein. Now a 20-point game for the Flamingos as they busted this thing wide open, and Achille is still scoring at will. 22-point game. Here's Smith going right at the hoop as he hits the acrobatic layup in the face of Achille, but it is a 20-point game with 5 minutes remaining. Just looking out of reach at this point is here's Stud Strawberry going up and jamming it on the putback. Achille again, one-handed slam. He barely has to jump, and this one is pretty well over as Cauley Stein hits the dagger and makes it a 23-point game with 2:30 remaining, and that is all she wrote for that one. A 25-point win for Miami. As that'll close out this week because I accidentally simmed the next day. But we see Allen Smith with a 13-point game on awful shooting. I couldn't get anything going with him or the rest of the team for that matter, as Antonov has 47 and 30. What a man. As you can see, the shooting numbers there for the Wolfpack, they are not good. As the Legends finally lose a game as they get blown out by the Shift. As Foster puts up 24, 15, and 9, an assist off a triple-double. But Reggie George continues to eat as he puts up 32 points. But the Shift just shot way too well in this game. Now we move over to Pandas and Blaze. For the Pandas one yet again as Midas Khan has a 31-point game. No double-double or triple-double for him, but it's still a very nice performance. As we see B.J. Riley with a 31-point game as well. As he shot very well in this one. Now Titans and Moose. The Titans beat the Moose at home. Doug White puts up 17. Not the dominance we're used to seeing from him, but he did have a pretty tough matchup in Cy Gilbert, who put up, we're going to see Cy's stats. There he is. Cy Gilbert with a 37 and 15-point game. The Cougars end up bouncing back after that huge L and beat the Bulldogs as Shang puts up 31 points, 11 boards, and an assist off of a triple-double on a very efficient night, 13 for 14. And then we see Trent Beretta has 23 as he led his team, and Chuck Armstrong had 19, and he just needs to get more shots up. Now for the games accidentally simulated, this would have been the last one we would have seen. Kevin Ball puts up 17 and 15 assists. as the Houston Predators beat the Skyliners yet again. I still do not think they have a win on the season, but 22 points and 16 rebounds for Francis. Now looking at the Player of the Week, Antonov wins back-to-back weeks, and DeAndre Johnson wins it for the West. That is all the time I have for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all of you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.